St. John's is here. Kadary and Aaron Scott.
Thank you. Well, basically, I told the guys that 5+ performance is a Michael Jordan performance, and we were a 4-star tonight, which was good enough to win, which you expect. Sometimes a team that plays a game has a little under their belt. It hurts them in the third game, obviously. But we played good enough to win. We did a lot of good things tonight. We did a lot of things we need to get better at, but overall it was a 4-star performance, and we'll take it.
Questions, and let us get the mic to you right here in the second row.
Okay, Max Cohen, Red Storm recap. So, Rick, usually the defense...
Why don't you ask the players first, okay?
Oh, good. I don't have any.
Questions for the players, Roger?
Aaron, do you think that there's something that you can do to like stay on the floor a little bit longer, you know, in terms of like not committing fouls? Do you think that there's a key to doing that?
Most of my fouls early on, they were just stupid fouls. I just got to show my hands and stop reaching in at the last second.
Did you feel good about the minutes that you spent on the court?
Yeah, I did. You know, I feel like I impact winning, so I did feel good about the minutes I had on the court. But obviously, I got to stay out there and stop getting stupid fouls.
Right over here in the middle, Kevin.
Kadary, this is now back-to-back games for you against Marquette. You had a triple-double. Today you come a couple rebounds and assists shy. Can you talk about the rhythm that you're kind of in now that the postseason is here and what you're feeling when you're out on the court?
I feel like I'm just making the right play, just going out there, playing basketball, having fun freely. So guys are making shots, and that's really it.
Right here in front, Lloyd. Yes, sir. It's coming.
Hi, Aaron. Lloyd Carroll, Queens Chronicle. You drained a three-pointer when there was like 5 minutes to go in the game, and St. John's was winning by 21. There were 25 seconds on the clock. Was there a thought of perhaps dribbling a little more, try to use more clock, and risk taking a shot?
Well, I thought I was open, and Coach always said shoot your open shots. I really didn't look at the time so I just shot the ball, honestly.
That's a bad question.
I asked.
Right here in front.
Everybody can make a mistake.
Either one of you can take this one. Coach says it's a 4-star performance. There were some things you needed to improve on. What? What do you think you did wrong today?
Attention to detail. Gave up a couple threes in the first half. Not rotating, stuff like that.
Adam, second row.
Guys, I think you're 10-0 at the Garden now. Just how much confidence do you have playing on this court in front of these fans, and do you feel it's a little bit of an advantage? It's your home court.
I wouldn't say it's an advantage, but we feel comfortable in here. We played in here, like you said, we're undefeated. We just treat every game like every game we have in the past, so we're just staying humble and getting better one by one, day by day.
Aaron, can you answer that?
Yeah, like Cook said, we just take it game by game. You know, we're in New York, and you know the fans gonna come. It's our home gym, but like you said, we're just taking it game by game.
Over here, second row.
Kadary, we've asked you kind of over the course of the season just what it means to be at St. John's, but now just being a native New Yorker doing this in the Big East tournament, just how does that feel for you?
Especially, you know, just having one more chance to play in this tournament. There's nothing like it. It's one of the best tournaments during Champ Week, so it's a great feeling.
Two more for the players right here.
Tuck, Clary, heat check. You guys are out-rebounded the first 2 times you played Butler this season, and there were 2 close games. Was that a point of emphasis today for you guys?
Yeah, you got to block out. I missed some blockouts in the previous 2 games, and today was a much better day for that.
Last one for the players, Andrew.
Andrew Rosario, New York Beacon. Guys, the first 2 games you won by a combined 14 points. How important was it for you guys to get out the big lead as you did tonight?
It was very important. Like you said, we had 2 close games. We didn't want this game to be close at all. So first 4 minutes, we emphasized that.
Guys, thank you very much. We'll go for questions for Coach now. Roger.
Rick.
Roger.
With Aaron Scott, I mean, it seemed like he had some pretty productive minutes when he was on the court, but there's a couple of games, important games in a row, where he's gotten into foul trouble. Is there something that you think he could be doing?
Well, the first foul was really ridiculous. He had the guy locked up, he couldn't dribble, and all he had to do is just stay square, and he reached in and tried to slap at the ball, had no chance at it. So that was an absurd foul, and then he goes and gets two. He makes one or two of those per game, and it makes no sense at all.
The other thing I was going to ask, if I can steal a second one, it seemed like when play was stopped and Smith was in the game, he was touching that shoulder a lot. Where do you see him right now in terms of, like, you know, health-wise?
I think he's mentally very self-conscious, and it's bothering him more mentally than it will bother him physically. Injuries, you've got to get over the hump mentally, and he has to get over the hump mentally. I'm sure it's bothering him. He's a tough kid, but you got to get over the hump mentally, and that's what he's really struggling with. Pays too much attention to it. He's got to block it out of his mind, and it's easier said than done to do that.
Second row.
So, Rick, usually people say the defense is the biggest part of your game, but the team's game, but tonight the offense kind of turned up more than it usually does. How would you say, how important is it to find this shooting rhythm as you progress further into March?
Well, I think you have to have a number of assists. You have to share the basketball. And we did that tonight, most of the night. We got good looks in the break, good looks moving the basketball. Like I said, we're a better shooting team than our numbers indicate. And we will continue to. We're not going to be a great shooting team, but I think we could be a good shooting team.
Second row right here, front.
Coach, compared to the first two games with Butler, how would you rate the energy tonight, especially since it was a quarterfinal of the tournament?
Energy was good. We didn't have a lot of our fans here. There's a lot of blue. It must be Marquette. A lot of blue in the place, and it's not a home game because it's tough to get tickets. I think you get 300 tickets. Is that what each team gets?
I think so.
Yeah. So it's not a home game, and now you get more tickets as it opens up. So although it's a home court, it's not a home game.
Back to Zach.
Rick, you talked about you got to do sometimes when you play a team a third time and you beat them twice, you have to do some things differently. What did you think of what you guys maybe changed up, and what did you think of how?
We focused on blocking out. We did not. Our point guards did not block out last game on rotations. We wanted to get out in transition and make good plays because they go to the glass hard and you can get out in transition. We did some different things. They opened up in a 1-3-1, which we only seen a few possessions, and we handled it well. Played really good defense for the first 8 or 9 minutes, holding them to 3 points. But like I said, it was a good 4-star performance.
Kevin, and I'm sorry. Go ahead, Zach.
Sometimes the one seed and the favorite, like you mentioned, that the other team played the night before. They kind of have a rhythm to play the way you guys did and win the way you guys did. What does that kind of say about how well prepared you guys were for this tournament?
It was a good 4-star performance, Zach. That's all I can say.
Kevin.
Rick, in the past couple weeks, you've talked about the development of your bench, and they played well again today. When you're getting that production out of the guys like Sadiku and Lefty and Vince, how much more dangerous does that make this team?
Well, Sadiku said he's getting a lot of fluids, IV fluids, before the game. While it's dark, he's getting IV fluids before the game, which helps the Ramadan. I asked the trainers and him, can we get something in the IV to help his defense? They said they're going to work on that.
The last one, Adam.
You said you were unhappy the other day that Kadary and those guys were fasting. Did you scold them? Did you talk to Kadary about it? And how do you assess Kadary's overall play here?
Kadary was... I told this to the team, and I'll repeat it to you guys. I think I've said it before. Kadary, a lot of our team was upset that Kadary wasn't first team all league.
Sure.
I understand it because it's tough getting 3 guys. But I said, Kadary, your teammates and coaching staff think you're top 3 guards in the nation, maybe the best guard in the nation. So what does that matter? So you've got the respect of every coach and every teammate. We think you're the best guard in the nation. So that's better than anything else. And he's been terrific. all of a sudden, he wants to play for the Celtics with his three-point shooting. I'd like to see him cut back a little bit on that, but outside of that, he's playing brilliant basketball. He's a 6'5", 6'6" guard that has great body control, understands the game, owns up to everything he does wrong. He's coachable. He's got a great attitude. He's very humble. There aren't enough adjectives I could say about that young man.
Did you tell him to stop fasting?
Yeah, he stopped. I don't know, why they would do it. It wasn't helping Deku. His defense still sucked. It didn't help. I'm only joking, by the way.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.